Okay, how's everybody doing this evening? We are, let's see here, January 24th, and it's about 5:14 p.m. in the evening here on San Diego, California. If you want to know what's going on in San Diego, I'll show you in a second. It's been raining a lot. I watched that on the news the other night. It looks like San Diego's floating away. But anyway, I'm in North County, San Diego, so we don't have the rain that they do down in San Diego. And people think of San Diego like one big city. It's like one big city, but it's made up of a lot of small cities. So you got San Diego, and you got La Jolla, you got Del Mar, you got Solana Beach. I'm in Carlsbad, so just because something's happening in San Diego doesn't mean it's happening here in Carlsbad. We're 30 miles from downtown San Diego, 35 miles actually. So it's not like we're just San Diego. San Diego is a big place, and it's got a lot of things going on. So you can have flooding in San Diego, and North County could really have light rain, and that's kind of I think what happened with that storm. So anyway, I want to talk a little bit about the Bitcoin drama going on. I'll show you a little bit of drama going on here in a second. But hopefully, this starts to play out, because it does look like the Grayscale Trust is running out of Bitcoin to sell. Their numbers are starting to fall down drastically. Hey, and the other thing is I am live. So if you want to make a comment, please feel free. And in the meantime, I'll change my screen and we'll talk about what's going on. Always got to make sure I hit the right one here. Okay, change screen. There we go. So here's the Bitcoin. What's been giving us all this problem lately is this Grayscale Bitcoin Trust that had $21 billion worth of Bitcoin accumulated for 10 years, 12, 11 years. And here's the volume. Today we're at 17 million at $35. So whatever that is, that's how much volume went through today. And I could see that if you look back to about the time the ETF, the lowest we've been since today was 15 million. And that was on the day the ETF was sort of announced, but really wasn't announced. Thanks. I appreciate the thumbs up. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. So we're down to 17 million as far as volume is concerned. So we really had like 10 days here. Actually, was it, about from the 10th to the 24th, where we're had to deal with this Grayscale Trust. And it's funny because people are really like, I'll show you something really kind of funny. I was just kind of going through YouTube, and this guy right here, whoever he is, lead tech, Bitcoin ETF crashed. I'm poor again. It's over. I mean, that's the drama of this thing. So, apparently this guy is now poor because we had about 5 or 10 days worth of a downturn because of the Grayscale Trust. So this is the kind of stuff. This is what they call clickbait. I'm poor. I've lost all my money because there was a crash in the ETF. But if you look at the ETF, since the ETF happened, actually the ETF, let's go out a month. So the ETF happened on right around this area right here. That's the 8th, 9th. So when the ETF happened, we were right around 45,000. The 10th, actually, on the 10th, we went down to, no, that's not right. The 10th, it's hard to find it. We're about 45,000. Today, we're at 41,000. So that's been 14 days. So in 14 days, the 10th, the 20th, 14 days, we have lost about $3,000, $4,000, or $40,000. So we've lost about $5,000 worth of value. So this guy is telling you because of $5,000 worth of loss, he's poor again. So obviously this is just clickbait. So because the Grayscale Trust didn't really, it's like a small minor blip as far as the overall Bitcoin market and ETF is concerned. And anyway, this is some of the images from San Diego.
Tonight, San Diego shell-shocked by sudden, unrelenting rainfall, sparking widespread devastation, loss, and hundreds.
So it looks pretty angry there. some of the stuff. I haven't even been down.
Out of that extreme weather tonight, the South is in the bullseye for dangerous rain and flooding with watches in effect from southern Texas to Tennessee. It's part of the same system that drenched California earlier this week. CBS's Janet Shamlian is in Houston, where more than 10 inches of rain has already fallen.
That's Houston. See, that's what I've been saying. I've been saying that this bad weather might have been affecting the miners. That's why we had the hash rate go down in the Bitcoin mining, is because of all this bad weather. Here's some. I can tell this is San Diego because I know what the police cruisers look like.
The string of severe weather here in the U.S. just will not stop. Right now, tens of millions of people are dealing with extreme conditions again.
Parts of the Midwest and South getting battered by rain
that's San
today.
Antonio.
Take a look at video.
They have the same vehicles, police vehicles we have in San Diego. So anyway, there's been a lot of rain out here. It's probably affected a lot of people. I'm sure that's affected the market. I mean, when you have stuff like this happen with this market, and you have Bitcoin miners that are running electricity, and we have electricity outages out here in San Diego right now, across the country, it could really affect mining, which causes the hash rate to go down, which causes the price to go down. So not only have we had the grayscale selling, which you're looking at right now, with all the other ETFs hurting the price, we also had awful weather hurting the price too. So this is a combination of a couple things. And no, I don't think anybody, is poor now because of this little bit of downturn. A $4,000 downturn on a $40,000 token isn't going to make you poor. This is clickbait. If you're watching people like this, you're just going to it's going to be a drama every single day. And this guy has 1.45 million subscribers. And he's telling you he's poor because of the ETF. So he's just playing people to click on this video and to listen to it, which probably has no meaning whatsoever, because the title has no meaning whatsoever. So I'm going to go back to this real quick. If you look at all this Bitcoin, and right here, this is the total. This is, okay, so Grayscale and this was yesterday. Today's the 24th. This is the 23rd. Grayscale sold 15,986 BTC Bitcoin. The ETFs bought 10,690. So there's a negative 5,000 Bitcoin that are hitting the market. And that's why we've dropped in price, but that's pretty much going away. It's almost gone because, like I say, the volume has gone from 21 million, 30 million, 37 million, 29 million to 17 million today. And like I said, the last time we were in that range, we were right before the ETF was announced. So this is over with. The Grayscale Trust is probably pretty much done because I don't think they're going to sell every single share of this thing and it's going to be completely wiped out. But it is dwindling, and you're going to see. And plus, I think the ETFs are starting to pick up a little steam too. And yeah, these ETFs, I mean, look at this. BlackRock, I mean, they bought 4,000 Bitcoin. Fidelity, they bought almost 4,000 Bitcoin. That's 8,000 Bitcoin right there. The total that was sold yesterday on Grayscale is only 15,000 or 15,000. And we got 8,000 right here. 8,000, 9,000. So yeah, there's over 10,000 Bitcoin being bought while 15,000 Bitcoins being sold. The difference in what's going on here is the 10,000 that's being bought. This is happening every day and will not stop anytime soon. This is going to be running out very soon and within the next few days. This Bitcoin, 15,000 Bitcoin being sold. So when we start getting 10,000 Bitcoin being sold or being bought and the weather clears up, and the miners start mining again, and the hash rate goes up. And then on top of that, this can continue to grow because I don't think everybody's really heard about it yet, or it's just so new. It's within a week or two since it's been launched. So this will start to gather some steam. As soon as this starts going up, we get 10, 20,000 Bitcoin being sold every single day. That will definitely influence price. So no, I don't think anybody's getting wrecked from the crash from the ETF. Bitcoin ETF crash on poor again, it's over. Wow, it's funny. He even says it's over. So what happens when it's over? Does he just quit making YouTube videos, or does he end up on the street, or does he just, I don't know, what happens to him because he says it's over? I'm not going to click on his video because I don't care to watch it. I just think it's interesting clickbait. Let me see what other clickbait's out there. Forward. So this is the guy who wrote Rich Dad, Poor Dad, which is the last good thing he ever did. After that, it's just been a total disaster. Bitcoin okay, yeah, someone's talking about the halving. That's coming up very soon. Okay, we have a okay. Bitcoin has. I think what this guy's talking about is they're going to start adding. There's going to be ads for Bitcoin coming up on Jan. Google's going to loosen their ads. I watched a little bit of that video. Bitcoin, the next big bombshell, blah, the giant bear trap. Someone's got a bear trap happening. Bitcoin. Okay, so anyway, there's not much going on. Everybody's just talking about the same thing. So let me see if I got anybody who wants to interject anything besides giving me a thumbs up. Anybody want to inject anything about the Bitcoin market, about the Bitcoin price, about Bitcoin and all? Do you like it? Do you hate it? What do you think? Give me some comment about Bitcoin. The other night I had somebody from Germany comment. So I'll give you a few minutes to think it over. So right now, I would expect us to continue to climb. 24 hours, we've been up as high as 40, almost what would have been 40,500. Right now we're bouncing around 40,000. It's been dropping back. It's been between 39 and 40,000. I hate it when it's 39,000. That's just a psychological thing that when it's at $39,000, it just puts me in a bad mood. I got to start thinking of other things to do with myself because I hate it when it's $39,000. 39,000 feels like we're going backwards. 40,000 feels like we're going forward. So right now, I think unless something else happens, but you know, all the things that the ETF got launched, that was a big question mark. Grayscale selling, that was a big question mark. Those two problems or those two variables have been eliminated from the equation. So now the next thing that happened for Bitcoin would be the halving. And of course, everybody knows if you go back and you track back the halving of Bitcoin for the last however many years it's been done, it always increases the price dramatically. In fact, that's more to me, that'll be a bigger pump than the ETFs. But when this thing starts to pump a little bit and people start to see these ETFs jump in price, that's when you're really going to see some big moves in Bitcoin. And of course, someone's brought the point up, and I think it's a good one, that when Bitcoin starts to get all this, when BlackRock owns a lot of Bitcoin, Fidelity, Bitwise, all these other, when they start owning a lot of Bitcoin, it's going to stabilize the price. You're not going to see these massive swings like we've seen here in the last week, where you see Bitcoin drop $10,000 in a few days. I don't believe that's going to happen once these major funds acquire a lot of Bitcoin. So that at that point, we're going to start investigating the altcoin market, because at that point, the altcoins are going to probably start to move up. And of course, let's take a look at the altcoins today. If you don't know what the altcoins are, those are the alternative coins to Bitcoin. So crypto bubbles. This is a great interactive, kind of a quick overview of what's going on with the altcoin market. These are all altcoins. The bigger the circle, the more they've gone up today. And if they're in kind of a red, they've gone down. If they're in green, they've gone up. So we haven't seen it. There's nothing really going on here too much more than usual. So, but these are the ones we're going to start focusing on once the halving is been completed. So what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to shift out of Bitcoin a little bit after the halving and start shifting to sort some of these altcoins. And I haven't really decided which ones I'm going to shift to yet. But because obviously I want to make big returns. I don't want to, I'm not going to hang around for, 5% or 10% returns. Not that Bitcoin's going to only do 5 or 10%, because it may do a lot more than that. But I will probably always be in Bitcoin, but there'll be a little bit moved over to the altcoins. And that's what we're going to start thinking about next. So anyway, if I haven't got any comments, I've said about all I want to say today. If you have any other things you want to comment about, just comment on the comments below, because once I conclude the video, then you can comment below and we can talk about it maybe the following day. I should be back tomorrow. Barring anything, I'd like to try to keep these going at least till the halving happens, or at least till we start to see some really, we get the full pump on Bitcoin, because I think Bitcoin's good for 50, 60,000 here real soon. And I'm going to keep these videos going until we hit about $50,000 or $60,000, because it's, the all-time highs for Bitcoin, we're still a long ways from all-time highs. All-time high on Bitcoin is, where's it at? It's over $60,000, like $68,000. $69,000. $69,000 on November 10th, 2021. That was a good day. So we're down 42% off of all-time highs. 42%. So I want as soon as we get up to around $50,000, $60,000, we can start talking about other stuff. But right now it's all Bitcoin. I appreciate you watching. Thank you very much.